This is gonna sound like really bad. Like I don't want a conversation in between polls. Don't look at the dyno graph after the first poll. We're not even close to making power. Like stop it. Spring waters, fancy cheese, and grapes. That's good. If you want to come over, don't look me in the eye and feed me grapes. That's a bit much. I don't know what I'm gonna do actually. I got this like whole live setup. So like I'm in Houston right now for work, and in the evenings, you know, I'll usually have some time. So I figured I'd bring my other laptop with me, and I go over logs that people send me. You know, send people calibration things to try out, and I don't know. I figure I do all that live. It'll be fun. Videos of you actually doing the tuning stuff is what people want to see. There's more than enough racers as to not bother your wallet. I don't know. No, I get it. You know, I like the tuning content too. I wish more people would do the tuning content, but like anybody who does video content will tell you it makes whatever you're doing suffer in some way, shape, or form. Like if you are usually really fast at doing something and you're trying to do like proper video content of it, it will slow you down big time. Or you can maintain your speed. Chances are the quality is going to slow down. Like something always like has to give if you're going to be trying to do really good video content in between it. And I just, when I'm working with other people's cars, I know it's fun content. It would be good. I tried doing it in the past, and I just felt like I wasn't always, you know, as mentally there as I wanted to be. Whenever I'm doing any kind of tuning stuff, I don't know about you guys. Robert, if you're still in here, you tell me. I don't know about you, but I am constantly incredibly nervous. It may not seem like it, you know, for anybody that's like been there with me, but I assure you, I am constantly on edge and worried. You know, like shit can go wrong. It's not like, even if you're completely comfortable with what you were doing, you're doing a basic setup that you've done time and time again, and the setup looks good, you still should be on edge because you're looking for anything that might go wrong. It might have nothing to do with what you're doing to the car, but you're looking for, let's say a pump fails, let's say an injector fails or something like that. There's a moment where you can notice that, catch it, feel it, and, you know, save somebody's $100,000 build. So it's nerve-wracking. So I don't really want to do that. And the more and more expensive these builds got that I'm working with, the less and less I want to you know, peel off some of that brain power and to you know, to do some video. It's not important enough, I don't think. Now, if I had somebody that wanted to just literally orbit us with a camera and we could be talking and everything, it'd be a little bit better. But you know, you got to pay people to do that. Nobody's going to do that shit for free. Yeah, that's why I don't film much of the building stuff. It takes twice as long to make the content and, you know, just get it done. Yeah, it's a big drag on time and brain power. Like, so I think of it this way. I'm horrible with attention. I get distracted super easy. And like, I was reading something the other day that was like, it's weird too, because it increased. I thought this used to be, I thought that the saying used to always be like 15 minutes to restart any task. So like if you're doing something and then you get distracted, it takes you like at least 15 minutes to get back to the point where you were as far as, you know, attention to your task. I read something the other day that said 25 minutes. So just imagine like you're trying to do something and you've got to completely switch gears and, you know, do the video stuff and then come back and continue to do it. It's just takes a long freaking time. And I know, you know, all these guys that do content, like, yeah, obviously it's possible. And obviously these guys have gotten themselves to be super efficient while doing it. I'm not. I don't know. It's unfortunate. I wish I was better. Tuning is hard due to setup problems. Yeah, I mean, you're constantly, it's so like tuning in general is just a giant or never-ending practice of troubleshooting. You're just constantly troubleshooting. What's wrong? How can we fix it? What works better? Yeah, I hate it when people want to talk when I'm on the laptop, and then I'll flash it 5 times to make sure it took. Yeah, dude, it's for some reason, and I don't know, maybe I'll make this a clip and I'll post it. Because maybe this is an unpopular, I guarantee you it's an unpopular opinion across most car people. If you haven't done tuning of somebody else's setup, um, then maybe you won't be able to understand. But uh, tuning should not be a social event in any way, shape, or form. I don't give a shit how excited you are to see your car doing well. The only thing I need you there for is to answer any questions I have about the setup. Like, I need that information, sure, and you may be the best like person for that information. But most of the questions that I have, I can call you on the phone and get the answers for. Realistically, I just want to be hammering away at whatever it is we need to do with as little distractions as possible. If I run into a problem, I need to get the answers from either the owner or the builder and go on, my merry way. I don't. This is going to sound like really bad. Like, I don't want a conversation in between pulls. Don't look at the fucking dyno graph after the first pull. We're not even close to making power. Like, stop it, people. So it's yeah, but I get it. Like, people are really excited about their car and they want to be there for when it finally all comes together and everything. But the best result that you're going to get is to give the person that's working on your car space. Don't sit there and look over his shoulder. Don't ask him tuning questions. He's not there. You're not paying him to teach you to tune. And well, unless you are, maybe you are. And then, I mean, hell, work out the deal that you got. But like, if you're paying that person to tune your car, let him do it. Step in just to check in, see if he needs anything or whatever, any information, has got any questions or whatever. Chances are he's going to go to you if he has those. Otherwise, he probably wants you to, be left alone. He or she wants to be left alone. And yeah, anyway, that's the end of my rant. I had 4 car. Oh, wait. I can't. I guess the way I meant it was in a way Richard Holdener type of way, like a review of your tune after the fact. Now that's kind of what I'm thinking this might turn into. Like, I have little chunks of time, or like when I'm traveling today, I'm sitting in a hotel room, and I know for a fact my brain's not going to let me sleep for another 2 hours, so I might as well come and hang out. I would absolutely do that because it's easy to get clips, right? Like, if people are there and they're taking video of it, whether it's at the track or it's on the dyno, I can totally use video like that as a visual reference to show it and then show a log and then we talk about it. I could totally do that. I think that's probably what these will kind of turn into. And then I'll take clips from these long live sessions where we're kind of going through all of that and turn those into like regular videos and post them up. So yes, I'm on board with that, what you're saying. I'll definitely do that. That goes hand in hand with, oh wait, I missed Roberts. I had 4 cars out last weekend. All had their own issues. One double entered. My kid and wife been wanting me to do channel, but I don't have the time. Yeah, dude, 4 cars at the same event, having to support all of them, and and all of them have issues. Because I mean, when do they all go perfectly smooth? Absolutely never. Yeah, that's too much. Like, I have a rule of thumb for everybody. More often than not, I say 2 cars per event is my max, because I know beyond that, it's diminishing attention that I can give to each of them. So like, do you want me to be spread across 4 cars where you absolutely are getting like half of the attention that you would normally be getting on each car? Or do you want to do 2 where I can pretty much dedicate everything to those 2, and everybody else, I'm going to try to set you up with the tools to be successful. And, you come over, ask me a couple questions, that's fine. But I'm dedicated to those people that are paying me for that day. It's tough, though, because, man, it's tough telling people no. That goes hand in hand with coding and web design. What, like people looking over your shoulder and shit while you're doing coding and web design? Do people do that? And that sounds awful. What's your thoughts on Haltech stuff? To be honest with you, I haven't messed a whole lot with the more recent Haltech stuff. The Elite ECU, honestly I did not like. The last Haltech that I enjoyed using were the Platinum series, like the Platinum 1000, Platinum 2000. The software and the firmware was rock solid. Um, and it was no more or less than you needed. They had some really cool features. Everything that was a feature worked great, and it had a decent amount of versatility. It was one of those like AEM where like you don't have Holly kind of spoils everybody. If you use Holly to its fullest, I think it spoils you because you have so much freedom. You can use those advanced tables, you can use inputs and outputs in such a way that is you can create your own features. It feels like a little bit of a rig as you do it, but like you have tons of freedom. And a lot of other ECUs don't have that. It's just like you have these pins and this is what they are used for. If you don't use it for those, you can't really use it for anything else because you can't customize like the function of that they have associated with those pins. So like if you want to do a flex fuel sensor, that's these pins. And this flex fuel, table is to base, fuel change off of, whatever load and alcohol content. If you want to change anything about that, well, you can't. Sorry. And you can't reassociate those same pins to another table. So stuff like that, you don't have as much freedom. Um, being a carb being a carb guy myself, I don't. You sound nothing like that, but I just for some reason, anytime somebody says carburetor, I have to, kind of say it funny. I tell Dave, just do what you need to do and tag me if you need me. Otherwise, until I learn the ins and the outs of EFI, I'm in the corner. Yeah, and that's kind of what we prefer, right? Like Dave is going. If Dave's helping you out, he's he's definitely going to come to you if he has a question. Um, I mean, there's some scenarios where I don't mind, kind of like, we're just hanging out. It's like relatively, social or whatever. But for the most part, if you're paying me to do the car, yeah, I want to be in and out because it's like any other business, right? The longer I work on it, if I'm charging you a flat fee, the longer I'm working on it, the less money I'm making. So I don't want to talk to you unless I absolutely have to. Sorry, I mean that in the nicest way. Um, Carbon is my LS. Oh wait, Carbon my LS again. Oh Jesus, you know, I never realized that carved LS was a thing until I moved down to Texas, and now they're everywhere. How's the tuning going, sir? Would you like a cup of tea? Yeah, no, I mean you don't need to do that. That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, but maybe yeah, I wouldn't mind. I guess maybe not tea, some water. It's usually hot. Usually hot as shit where we're tuning. Coming up. I just have fans set up, a table, spring waters, fancy cheese, and grapes. Whatever I got to do to keep Dave happy. Yeah, there you go. That's good. If you want to come over, just look the other way. Don't look me in the eye and feed me grapes. No, that's a bit much. Last Haltech I messed with was back in the 90s. AM wasn't out yet. Yeah. And you know what? It was probably pretty solid back then. ESP software is garbage. The NSP software is game changer for the system. See, and that's what I was thinking. Did you notice like the Elite system wasn't out for very long? I mean, like as far as platforms go, like think how long the Infinity platform has been out. Think about how long the HP and the Dominator platform has been out. And there hasn't been any major changes. It was really weird that like when we saw Elite come out, and I hated it. I was really surprised that they shortly after the release of that, we're already talking about releasing another platform. And I was like, yeah, that shit failed. It sucks. I don't know. I shouldn't be that harsh on it. I didn't use it enough, but I use it enough for me not to want to do it in the future. There's just better options, and I'm not doing it for a living. If I was doing it for a living, I'll tune whatever you want, except for HP Tuner. You can fuck off on that. Um, Holly is awesome to set up and tune. Love it. Yeah, it is. It's user friendly as hell, and the freedoms with it, right? Like I think a lot of people don't actually really realize how much you can customize in there by using dependent inputs and outputs and the advanced tables. It's actually pretty impressive because it has fast enough software that you can really, or sorry, not software, hardware, that you can really do a lot of dependencies in the background, knowing that there's a whole lot of computing going on and that it's not going to slow down a critical process. It doesn't have to be crazy fast in order to do that, but like, dude, some of these calibrations, I've got some serious things stacked up in the background, and everything works perfectly fine. So, anyway, if there's anybody left, I will talk to you next time. I'll probably do this more often. Might as well. Maybe something good will come of it. But I think it's kind of fun in the meantime. So I will talk to you guys later.